Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for a draft video for Eldritch Moon, and I am Sensei Russ. Alright, so got a few good removal spells in this pack. Alchemist Greeting, Boon of Emrakul. I'm sort of tempted to take the Lashweed Lurker, but I feel like, gosh, there's a lot of people that feel like the Blue-Green Emerge deck is just the best deck in this format, but I almost feel like it's a trap. Like, even when I've drafted really, really good versions of that archetype, it just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm of two minds about it. I like Weaver of Lightning a lot. Awesome defensive creature. um, Plays well with instants and sorcery. Stitcher's Graph is actually it's a it's a deceptively good card. It's a great defensive card, which is funny. You wouldn't think that, but as long as the creature doesn't attack, it um, never gets the drawback. Um, Reserves is fine. I could take one of the removal spells. I'm not super excited about that. I think I'm just gonna take Weaver of Lightning here. I'd much rather be in red than in blue-green, and I think it's a defensible pick. I think I'm gonna do that. Be looking to pick up instant sorceries and red spells. Speaking of red spells, Savage Alliance is exactly as the title says. It is savage. Um, Basically deals, 3-to-1 creature and 1 to the rest. Just an awesome, awesome burn spell. It goes really, really well with Weaver. You can stack up 2 points of damage. He gets another trigger. He Yeah, he gets another trigger. So Savage Alliance definitely the pick here. None of these cards are terribly good. Brazen Wolves is amazing. I want to pick up as many of those as I can. So is Golden Pack Outcast, but Wrath of Pack not too exciting. There's some playables here, like Lab Brute is fine, Slayer is fine, Dawngrif is fine, but Savage Alliance definitely the best card in the pack and goes great with the card I picked first. All right, so we continue to get good red cards. I think, so we have our two common red burn spells here. I think of the two, Bombardment's a little bit better. Unless you have a lot of Madness Outlasts. Alchemist Greeting is very mopey. 5 for a 4 damage burn spell is just not amazing. The other card I could take here is Ingenious Scob. The fact that I'm seeing it makes me happy, but, removal first. And particularly early on, the earlier you can take bombardments, the better other ones get. So I'm just going to slam that and be happy with it. I would love to get into blue-red, though, so hopefully we get another opportunity to pick Gob. So, not seeing any more red spells here. Stensia Banquet not playable. This is not a strong pack. I think the pick here is Angler. I don't really anticipate having a lot of colorless creatures, but then again, if I end up blue-red and can get a Wretched Gryff or something like that, maybe an artifact creature. The 4-drop Scarecrow is one of my favorites. I'm going to take Grizzled Angler over Permeating Mass here because I would rather be in blue than green. And Bearded Vampire is enough lower power than the Angler that I think it's just, not worth necessarily speculating on, Black-Red Madness or Black-Red Control, and just, better to take the blue card. Okay, so this is an interesting pick. Drag Hunter is quite good, particularly in blue-red. It's a great, tempo play that replaces itself. It's good for triggering all your spells matter guys. Eternal Scourge, however, I've just been really, really happy with. He's just a solid beater. 3/3 for 3 is great. Plays well with the Grizzled Angler, so I think that's enough upside. Plus, I don't know that I'm blue yet. I think the Scourge is just a pick here. Okay. Well, this guy is really good if you're in Black-Red Vampires. Like, really, really good. Um, like, really, really good. I don't have any vampires just yet, and I don't really. I mean, this is the second weirded vampire that I might pass. Otherwise, the pick is probably Herald or Paladin. Spontaneous mutation is fine. Actually, with Angler, mutation might be. It doesn't trigger my instants and sorceries matter, guys. Gosh, this is close. I almost want to take the speculative vampire, but I think I'm going to take I'm gonna take the removal spell here, and know that if I can mill some things, if I can get some stuff in my graveyard that's just a removal spell. I do have one way to mill myself already, and then cards like Drag Under, cards like Catalog, cards like you know Take Inventory can get some more stuff in the graveyard. Plus Laboratory Brood is a common. So out of this pack, I think it's between Make Mischief and Convolute. Make Mischief is actually pretty okay. There's a fair amount of X1s, and ultimately, worst case scenario, your Devil can trade with a 2/2, so it's kind of a thing. Lighten Maniac or Spontaneous Mutation? I think I'm going to take Maniac, just in case I'm able to pick up a Wretched Griff out of pack 2. Plus, it makes 2 bodies. It's fine. Not great, but it's fine. I don't feel like I really want another mutation. I don't a whole lot of ways to mill myself just yet, so I'm going to speculate on the Maniac. Okay, so Lab Root's a good way to mill myself. The Stitcher's Graft Wield. If I can get a Thermo Alchemist, that's kind of cute. It's enough stronger than Lab Root that I think I'm just going to take Stitcher's Graft here. This only triggers off colorless creatures, right? Yeah, colorless creatures. I think I'm going to take Stitcher's Graft. Yeah, I'm able to get a Lab Root anyway. Lab Roots for days. I don't currently have any reason to play the Maniac if we're getting other 4s. We didn't see a lot of red after our first 3 picks, which is a little troublesome. So, hopefully we get some good red out of the start of pack 2. Alternately we have sort of the start of a blue emerge type strategy. All right, well, definitely an interesting start. Interesting pack 1. Not super great. I give it a 4. 4 out of 10. Need some thermo alchemists, other spells. Or to just go another direction. Leopards play well with black spells. Another Stitcher's Craft. And not a lot else. Kind of an unfortunate pack for us. Um, huh. The best blue or red card in this pack is Tattered Haunter. That's not a great card. Varian can let us fix our mana for potential other colors. Ah, Stitcher's Graft, huh? Take 2 of them. Well, the first one tabled, so maybe the second one will table. We don't have any 2s just yet. Card actually attacks, so. Oh, hey, whoa, alright. So, Spirits. Nibblus of Frost is just a tremendous bomb. It's just a tremendous bomb. Big flying creature, aggressively costed, can lock down opponent's creatures. So, that's going to lock us into blue-red spells, and we're just going to ship that. So if we, it's too bad we didn't take the 2/1 Spirit out of that earlier pack, the Nimbleghast Herald, because he would have been a great fit in what we have going on now. All right, Wretched Griff. So we can get Maniac back in the deck. Wretched Griff is great. Oh, we also have a Thermal Alchemist. Interesting. Well, this is kind of one of those decision trees, isn't it? I think I'm gonna stay on plan here and take the Alchemist. Alchemist is just really, really strong. Um, we'll just see if we can find some spells and and do the thing and do the blue red spells thing. Hopefully you can find some more burn spells, maybe some bounce spells, and in pack 3 we can really go deep. I think it's better than Griff even with Angler. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah. Yeah, we'll see. See. Citrus Graft. Yeah, I mean, I can attack with something and then emerge from it. Cute. Does it do a book too? Geist is great. Geist is really great. But I think I just want the burn spell here. Um, burn spells goes great with the other things I have going on, and we're in the market for spells, and burn spells impact the board. Brazen Wolves is great too, but we just want more removal. We can find a Reckless Scholar or something in pack 3, a way to discard it for value. That's great. Um, and even just as a 5-drop burn spell, our curve is pretty low as it is, so quite good. Well, this is a really interesting pick. If there's any deck that wants Homunculus, it's this deck. I'd really like this Fortune's Favor. I think deck card is great, but I'm 3 or more instants and or sorceries in your graveyard, so Lab Brute helps with that. Yeah, we're gonna ship this. We're gonna try to get some more instants and sorceries, but we're definitely in the market for that card. A lot of green cards still in this pack. I don't think Distemper the Brood is playable. I don't have any way to currently pitch it for value. Um, Gosh, I mean Innkeeper's total replacement level nonsense. But I do need more instants and sorcery. It's just so bad unless you have some way to pitch it. Like, all right, another Alchemist's Greeting. Exactly what we want. Those are absolutely great. So in pack 3, we're looking for more instants and sorceries that impact the battlefield, potentially a colorless creature or 2 for Grizzled Angler. Too bad we had to pass that Scarecrow. That would have been a really good colorless creature for that. We're a little light on win conditions. Is this the discard one? Yeah. Wow. Chrome Druid, Lab Root. I don't really want another Lab Root. Lunarch Mantle is scary. Probably the most powerful card in the pack. Texturally, anyway. That out of there. No, I'm just gonna, just in case I need more creatures. Lab Root is fine. He's a dude. Has a butt. All right, Abandoned Reason. Abandoned Reason is pretty strong if you can find a way to pitch it. Can really turn some combats, catch people by surprise. Um, all these cards are pretty bad. Cult of Staff is playable. That's a really late Spectral Reserve. That card, I feel like that card is quite good. Still gonna take turn aside from my sideboard, but the well, that's a colorless creature for Grizzled Angler. Not exactly what I want to be playing, but could make the cut. We wind up short on playables in pack 3. And the thing is, Grizzled Angler is fine as a 2/3 for 3. Like, he's, you know, fine. He's not great, but he's fine. Okay, so didn't get anything at the rare or uncommon slot, really. Like, Broken Concentration isn't great, but we're just going to snap off a Fiery Temper here. Now we're really looking for madness outlets, ways that we can pitch for value. So Reckless Scholar, and then Mad Prophet, I think, is the red one. So, but we're just going to take the burn spell here and, try to take more things that say spells matters. All right, so Tormenting Voice is great. It's a draw 2, it's a discard outlet. Um, it's just kind of what we want to be doing. It's what we need right now. Just the Wind is also great. Dissensions and Rakes is awful. I would much rather be playing Drownyard Explorers than like Sensei Innkeeper or Lab Brute, so maybe that'll come back, but Tormenting Voice definitely the pick here. Now, Forge Master doesn't really go along with our plan too much in terms of, blue-red spells, but it's just a very good creature. And he combos well with all of our instant speed burn and can really make some stuff happen there. So I think that's the pick. Compelling Deterrence is fine. We do have a couple zombies, so that's not nothing. Bounce spells are good. Am I talking myself into this Compelling Deterrence? How am I winning games is the thing. I mean, Alchemist, I have Nibelus. We do need some creatures that can actually close this thing out. I think Forge Master is just a better card. Wow, a Cursed Witch. Card is so good. But I'm just gonna take Nibbles here. Goes great with all of our spells. Can hit for 3 in the air, and kind of what we want to be doing for the most part. All the Bloodline, Epitaph Golem. So Epitaph Golem is just big, and he's colorless. So I think I'm gonna pick him. He can hold the ground and let our flyers get there. Um, I think the fact that he's colorless for Angler puts him ahead of Drownyard Explorers by a little bit. Hey, drawing a card is great, but I think that's enough. That's enough better that I'm gonna take the Golem there. Ongoing investigation. All right. So that's a thing. That card is very, very good. Um, I don't have a ton of evasive creatures. I have some flyers. Combat damage, so Thermal Alchemist can't cheat there. Um, I guess I can just win with Graft Beats too. Gosh, I think I'm just gonna take the ongoing investigation over sleep paralysis here. Card's just really, really good. Press for. Oh wow, there's a Fiery Temper still in the pack. Okay, ship it. Still don't have a lot of ways to discard things, but we have a lot of burn. We have a whole lot of burn. That's probably better than Make Mischief. Oh, there's a way to pitch things. All right. So grab ourselves a little Aquamoeba here. Probably play him over, I don't know, something. Lab Brutes aren't great. Oh, wow. I'm just in the habit of missing really obvious things, aren't I? So Rise from the Tides is great. Um, with Lab Brutes, and yeah, yeah. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a lot of Madness cards, but it's Rise from the Tides. Let's make some zombies. Make some zombies. Get to make mischief back in there. Let's start cutting dorky creatures, and let's just make a Rise from the Tide stack, shall we? I think that sounds great. Instants and sorceries. So we'll take the counterspell here. We may not play it. Actually, Rush for Adrenaline? We'll take the counterspell. Countering things is fun. Okay. So Rise from the Tide. So 8 cuts. I mean, maybe we just cut the Angler package, right? I don't think we're in the, even though we want as many instants and sorceries as we can get, I don't think Band and Reason, maybe it's good enough. We don't really want to win on combat day. Do I even care about, I don't have any green. There's a way to get combat damage. We do have just like some dorky creatures that we can cut. Dual shot in case opponents have ones. Okay, so what's the best thing that we're doing here? I think the best thing that we're doing is, but like we don't have that much card draw though. This ongoing investigation is card draw. Best thing we're doing is just killing all of our opponent's creatures and then resolving a Rise from the Tides. Does Lamplighter make the cut here? Have other zombies. Draw and discard? Meh. I don't know. Maybe he's better than Aptaf Golem if I cut the Angler package? So I have tons removal. I don't really need to run the Spontaneous Mutation. If I'm not running the Spontaneous Mutation, maybe the Lab Roots get worse. 2 cuts. So how many instants and sorceries do I have here? I have 11. So the only non-creature is just the ongoing investigation, which I can activate with some flying creatures. So, or if I just, play a random dorky 2 and then burn their guy. Well, I guess I wouldn't be playing a random dorky 2 if I play an ongoing investigation. Grizzled Angler with 3 colorless creatures is enough. And I do like the fact that he's a defensive free drop. So I have to make 2 cuts. I like the Lab Roots getting the Rise from the Tides. I wish I had a way to get the Rise from the Tides back if it went into my graveyard. Two cuts. I think I like the Angler package enough to keep it. At our lands first. And then make our 2 cuts. Let's see. Basically a blue-red control deck. Visual Angler and the 2 Lab Brutes to mill things. I'm going to cut this because I think it's probably our worst card. I know it's a spell, and Innkeeper is definitely a cut here. Spontaneous Mutation or Broken Concentration. I'm down to 10 instants and sorceries. I think that's probably fine. I really wish I had a way to draw more cards. We didn't see a lot of card draw spells in general. Fortune's Favor, but we had something nice to take over that. I wonder if I play the Stitcher's Graph just to steal some games. For like a random creature? That card can do work. And also defend me. We're going to try it like this. So we might have some, situations after sideboard where we, if we have really big creatures, we can bring in the Spontaneous Mutation. If we need to stabilize, we can bring in Stitcher's Graph. Just kind of hide behind that. But we're going to try blue-red spells. And wish me luck. Come back for round number 1.